All right, today we're going to get into something really personal. We're asking, what happens when artificial intelligence starts making our most intimate decisions for us? The ones about love.
So just picture this for a second. Imagine a technology so advanced it could analyze everything about you, your personality, your history, your biology, and match you with your ideal soulmate. Guaranteed.
And not just that, what if it could also just erase the risk of heartbreak forever? No more pain, no more uncertainty. Just gone. So, would you let it choose? I mean, it's a pretty tempting offer, right? But here's the thing. If you outsource the search for love to a machine, is that choice still really yours? To even start to answer that, we've got to understand why this whole idea is so attractive in the first place. Okay, so let's set the stage. Why would anyone even consider handing over a choice this personal? Well, you have to look at what dating is like right now. For a lot of people, the search for the one has turned into this exhausting and often frustrating marketplace. And this chart, wow, it shows just how massive that shift has been. Just look at that red line shooting up. That's people meeting online. It has completely flipped centuries of tradition on its head. Meeting through friends, family, in your community, that's all dropping off a cliff. We've already handed the meeting part over to the algorithms. But this new marketplace, well, it comes with its own set of challenges. First, you've got choice overload. I mean, there are just so many potential partners, it's paralyzing. Then there's this weird commodification of people. We start swiping and judging like we're shopping from a catalog, and that leads to this constant, daily potential for rejection. It's no wonder people get totally burnt out. So you're facing all that frustration, and then technology swoops in with this really seductive promise. Hey, let us, the algorithm, do all the hard work for you. And here's the sales pitch, basically. The human way, it's messy. It's based on chance. It's full of potential heartbreak. But the AI solution, oh, that's efficient, it's personalized, it's secure and optimized to make sure you don't fail. It's kind of like an engineer's blueprint for your heart. And listen, this isn't some sci-fi fantasy. We're talking 366 times million people using these services back in 2022. And that's expected to jump to 440 million by 2027. This is not a niche thing. We are all deep, deep into this experiment already. And it doesn't even stop at matchmaking. Now you've got AI companions that promise to fight loneliness, by giving you constant emotional support. They're sold as this safe space where you can say anything, and they might even help you build confidence for the real world. But of course, there's always a catch, right? This convenience, it comes at a price. So what exactly is the hidden cost of all of this algorithmic comfort? Okay, so the first big idea here is something called voluntary subjection. It's a fancy term, but what it means is that nobody is forcing us to do this. We are willingly handing over our personal data and our decision-making power, all in exchange for making our lives a little easier, a little more comfortable. And that leads to something else, something really important: responsibility displacement. Basically, when the algorithm chooses for you, you start to shift the blame or the credit onto the machine. If a relationship doesn't work out, phew, it's not my fault. The algorithm just made a bad match. And this quote really nails it. This is someone who uses algorithms in their job, and they say, it's actually a relief sometimes. If something goes wrong, it's not entirely on me. See, getting rid of that responsibility can feel like this huge weight being lifted off your shoulders. But to get that relief, what's the price of admission? Our privacy. And we're not just talking about your favorite movies. We're talking about incredibly sensitive stuff. Your sexual orientation, your political views, your private conversations, even your biometric data. All the most intimate details of your life are being fed into the machine. And researchers from the Mozilla Foundation, they don't mince words. They say, to be perfectly blunt, AI girlfriends are not your friends. They warn that these services are designed to create dependency, all while vacuuming up as much of your personal data as they possibly can. So, where is this train heading? Let's take a little glimpse into the future, a future that might be a lot closer than any of us think. I mean, just look at how fast things are moving. We went from the first dating site in 1995 to swipe culture in 2012. Now, in 2024, you've got AI wingman apps literally writing your DMs for you.
And the prediction for 2040? A staggering 70% of relationships will start online, powered by AI, DNA matching, and VR. The pace is just incredible.
And this quote, this paints a pretty wild picture of the final destination. Imagine a world where we no longer have to wonder if we found the right person. Instead, a machine that we trust as much as a doctor just tells us, "Congratulations, you have located your destiny. The search is over." Now, what happens when that super trusted machine gets a physical body, like the robot Sophia here? Well, that's when this abstract idea of an AI partner suddenly feels very, very real. And that line between a useful tool and an actual partner, it starts to get really blurry. Okay, so let's bring it all together. The crucial point is that we're standing at a crossroads. We're facing a fundamental trade-off, really, between the messiness of human experience and the clean perfection of an algorithm. On one hand, you have the human way. It gives us freedom and autonomy, but yeah, it's filled with uncertainty. But it's in that uncertainty where we grow. On the other hand, you have the algorithmic way. It offers certainty, efficiency, predictability, but the cost might just be our independence. And that's the ultimate risk, isn't it? In our search for the perfect, risk-free relationship, we might accidentally get rid of the very things that make love so deeply human. The surprise, the happy accidents, the growth that comes from figuring things out together. Which brings us right back to where we started. If an AI chooses who you love, is it still your choice? If a perfect algorithm can promise you a perfect relationship with zero risk and zero doubt, is the love you find still a real, human choice? Or is it just a program running perfectly?